MiniWarGamers, and welcome to the next episode of War of the Realms. I have Phil in here today, all the way from...
Cleveland, Ohio?
From New Jersey, right?
I'm originally from New Jersey.
Over in Cleveland. So you came with a bunch of guys to play some games today. And today we're going to do an 80 wound game of Age of Sigmar. Khorne with some, well, you got some Bloodbound and some demons against my Lizardmen. Now we're both trying models we haven't played before, so we're going to try to do our best to get all the rules right. All my Lizardmen, I'm not using any infantry, so I'm using monsters and Riperdactyl riders and just different stuff they haven't seen before here at MiniWarGaming. So right now we'll look at the armies and the table. Phil's 80 wounds of chaos of sorts. We have a Bloodsecrator and a Bloodstoker up front. Behind them we have a unit of 20 Blood Reavers. There's a Standard, a Musician, and a Champion. Behind them we have a bunch of Fleshhounds. And then we have a Bloodthirster, Vincent State Rage, and Force Spawn. My 80 wounds of Lizardmen consist of a Stegodon with the Giant Bow, a unit of 6 Source Cavalry, 6 Kroxigor, and 2 Moonhammers. Behind them we have 3 Riperdactyl Riders. For characters I have Teto Echo and a Saurus Scar Veteran Totem Bearer and a Troglodon on my far right. And here's our table, set up for just a pitched battle type game. We have one piece of terrain to roll for. It is this wizard tower type thing. It is mystical. So in the hero phase, you have to roll a die within 3 of it. If you roll a 1, you can do nothing. If you roll 2 to 6, you reroll to a wound for that turn. And every other piece of terrain is exactly what you see it as. And right now we're going to roll the dice this season to divide the table. I'm rolling a 5. Phil is going to roll a 3. All right, I'm going to divide the table this way. What side do you want?
I'll take this side.
Alrighty. So I'm going to play my first unit right now. My Kroxigor are going kind of in the forest, about 3 inches, a little over 3 inches away from the realm gate here. And across the table we have a Bloodthirster. I dropped a Stegodon to deal with the Bloodthirster, and then down went some Fleshhounds. I'm putting down some Saurus Cavalry behind the realm gate. I think I'm going to send them through. And then down went the Bloodstoker in the forest, hiding with some cover. Teto Echo is hiding behind the gateway here, and then down goes the Bloodstoker. I placed my Troglodon, and then down go a bunch of Spawn. My Totem Bearer is claiming some cover, and then down go some Blood Reavers, and Phil is now done deploying, so he can decide who goes first, and I have to deploy my Riperdactyls next. My Riperdactyls are going to claim some cover. Alright, sir, who's going to go first? Say me.
You can go first, Steve.
Really?
Yep.
But I'm going to go through the portal.
I'll take my chances.
Dang it! Okay, I'll go first.
I'm going to hope you lose all 6 guys.
My general will be Teto Echo, and the Bloodthirster will be general over here. We're now, before we do anything else, we're going to roll dice for the realm gates. This realm gate right here is going to be mystical and sinister. This realm gate is sinister and damned. In my first hero phase, I have to place a blot toad marker. I'm going to place it right there for now. Scratch that. I'm placing it over there, within 2 inches of both those units. What that does is it's basically ignored. It won't affect the game at all. You can move on and around it. It's not really there. But every turn in my hero phase, I can move it d6 inches. If these guys attack any unit within 2 inches of that, they have 3 attacks with their beaks instead of 1 attack with their beaks. Teto Echo is going to use his command ability to give inspiring presence to the Riperdactyls, because I don't think it's going to matter. But anyways, the totem is going to plant the banner, and just kind of like, I'm holding the rear of this ruin. Can't get me. I don't know what he's doing.
We'll see.
And Teto Echo is going to use his Cosmic Herald ability. I have to pick a number on this dice, and that's how many rerolls I'm going to get until my next hero phase. I can have any die rerolled. Now, if you're thinking, why would I not just pick 6 every turn? Well, Phil also gets to put a die down, and we're both going to cover up our die. Once we show him, that's how many rerolls I get. However, if Phil shows the same number, I get 0 rerolls, and he gets that many rerolls. So right now, I'm going to pick my die, and so is Phil. Alright, so we both have our dice covered up. I'm going with 4 rerolls. 5. Okay, I almost went 5. Teto Echo will now try to cast Mystic Shield on the cavalry way over here, getting plus 8-inch range because he planted his banner. 5 will get it, getting plus 1 to their saves. That is going to end my hero phase, so we're going to go right on to the movement phase, and these guys are going into the gate and teleporting out of here. If I roll any ones, they just get lost in the warp, as it were, and one's going to die. Yoink. Jumping off the table edge way over on this side of the table, deciding if I'm going to attack the Reavers or the Bloodthirster after my shooting phase. The Kroxigor are going to stay 3 inches away from the realm gate, but they're going to pile forward. Not sure what I'm going to do with these guys yet. They have an 8-inch move. I'm actually going to use one of my rerolls, going down to 3, for that Source Cavalry that died. He's good, he dies alive. Stegadon's going to move up to 8 inches, but he's going to stay 3 inches away from that mystical terrain. And maybe he'll just toe the cover here, because it seems like it's a safe thing to do. Teto Echo can fly. He's going to fly up here. Troglodon can move up to 10. He's only going to move to here, though. I think my Ripperdactyls are going to bide their time and stay put for now. In the shooting phase, my Stegadon has 3 shots with his giant bow there. Hitting on 4s into the Bloodthirster. I'm going to use another one of my rerolls. I'm going to go down to 2. And reroll this one hit. He misses anyway. These are wounding on 3s. Oh no. Well, I'm going to use my last 2 rerolls to reroll these both. Oh no! Alright, Troggy, you got this, buddy. You have D3 attacks to shoot onto the Noxious Spit, onto the Bloodthirster. He's getting 3. They're hitting on 3s. Alright, and they're wounding on 3s. I'll take it. No rend on that, so 4 up saves. That'll end my shooting phase. Well, I think I know what I have to do with the Source Cavalry now. They're going to declare a charge. And they're going to go into the Bloodthirster. Alright, the 6 Mauls have 7 attacks with their lances, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. Now this 6 will cause a mortal wound, as well as the normal damage if the thing is unsaved. So 4 up saves. Taking a total of 3 wounds from the lances so far. The Stardrake Shield is attacking now, hitting on 5s. And wounding on 4s. For another 4 up save. Hey, I'll take it, down to 10 wounds. And the cold ones have 2 attacks apiece, and they're hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. With a 4 up save, taking 4 more wounds, down to 6. Now the spawn are going to go ahead and pile in and attack my cavalry. 3 spawn make it a combat. Roll the amount of attacks for these spawns separately. So the first one will have 2d6 attacks. He has 9, the second one is... What happens with a double?
If you get a double, instead of 4 to hit into wound, it's 3s to hit into wound.
Okay, so he has 6 attacks that do a little bit better. And another one. Alright, these are all attacking together over here. 13 attacks hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. With my Mystic Shield at a 4 up save. They take 1 wound. And then 6 attacks hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Ooh, 4 up save once again. Oh, 2 are gonna die completely. 2 dead. Now the Bloodthirster has 4 attacks hitting on 4 plus. Oh no! It's okay. They're gonna survive. So that'll end my turn 1 with a very unimpressive display from 1, 2, 3 monsters. In the hero phase, we're going to plant the portal of skulls into the ground and make it all kind of chaosy around here. Bloodstoker's going to stoke the Fleshhounds. And then the Bloodthirster is going to use his command ability, allowing any Khorne demon units to reroll their charges if they're within 8 inches of him. Going on to movement, who's going to move first?
Gonna move the Fleshhounds.
We're going to rock around and try to get to my... You can also go through that gateway too if you like.
Yep, stay.
Reavers are trying to make a better wall of meat shield around the characters.
That would be a terrible.
Alright, moving on to the shooting phase. We are now done with the shooting phase. Going on to combat. Who wants to attack first? Actually, before the combat phase, let's actually go to the charge phase. Both just want to charge in.
I just put this one's blood.
Now, they're going to get +3 to their charge, so they can't possibly fail because of the Stoker. And it does do that, right? I'll double check that. Yeah, so they can't possibly fail, so we might as well roll, see if you want to get them in a better position. They're super in. Okay, so those flesh hounds have 40 attacks right now, hitting on 3s. And these are wounding on 4s. And rerolling the fails on, or failing 1s. There's a few 1s. For 3 more wounds. With Mystic Shield, I have a 4-up save on the Source Cavalry. Oh, I think they're all very dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 died. There's only like 4 left. And there go all my cavalry. That's going to end turn 2 completely. We have a dead unit of cavalry, a wounded demon prince, and 2 armies too afraid to engage each other. And now we're going to go ahead and see who is going first turn 2. I really want this one, so I'm going to roll a 1. That's how bad I want it. How bad do you want it, Phil?
Let's see.
You want it more than me. So who's going first?
I want to go first.
Okay. And rolling for the Realm Gates once again. We have a Sinister and an Arcane, I believe. And this one over here is Arcane and Inspiring. Well, in the hero phase, do you want to drop that banner?
I'm going to drop that. And actually, the Croc Cigars are kind of scary, so...
They're big, beefy, bloody dudes.
I don't want to come to portals and just get me in behind, but...
Yeah. That's why I'm leaving them on the portal. They're really fast, but there's a portal there.
I think I'm not going to go and drop that.
No dropping? Alright, he's obviously going to use his command ability.
Correct. He uses his command ability, there's no penalty.
And who's going to use a Stoke?
Blood Stokers, I will give them extra 3 inches to their movement to the...
Reavers?
To the Reavers.
Okay. In the movement phase, the Bloodthirster is going to move only 8 inches now because he's wounded.
Limping along there with his beat up wings.
The Flesh Hounds are going to go ahead and catch up with him, moving the same 8 inches. The unit of Spawn are going to move next, moving 2d6 inches. They're moving 4. Hey, I like that. Boom. We're moving around the Reavers, trying to make a better circle around characters here, as the Stoker has run over to the side a little bit. The Stoker, the Secretor. Now the Stoker's moving over. Getting out of possible charge range from my Croc score unless I go to the portal now. Charging, the Spawn's going to go first, looking for 11 inches to make it out of the Troglodon, but you have to re-roll, so 2 chances here. And fails on the first one. Second one is 10's a little shy, but we're going to double check to make sure they don't actually make it. Doesn't quite make it, but it's close. Flesh Hounds are going to charge next. If he rolls a 9, he can get to my Stegodon. 11 gets my Troglodon. So the first attempt is going to get a... Not enough for either one of them. Second attempt. Uh-oh. Oh, 8's a little shy. Bloodthirster's not going to charge. Rolling a 7. That is enough to make it to the Troglodon. Do you want to take it or do you want to reroll? Risky. Rolling it, going after somebody more juicy. No!
Looks like I'm going
charge. Oh, no. Alright, that's going to end turn 2 for the Khorne Demonkin, Bloodbound, and... Not Demonkin, Demonkin's 40k, but Demons and Bloodbound, a little bit of alliance. Going on to my turn 2, he's going to continue to plant his flag. Alright, Teto Echo's ability, we both got our dice covered. I'm going with 5. 2, 5 rerolls. First things first, I'm going to have to cast Arcane... Sorry, Mystic Bolt on the Bloodthirster. Successfully. I'm going to try to unbind with the... Actually, I get +1 to this for my banner being down. So a total of 7 here. And you have to roll an 8 to beat it, and the Flesh Hounds can do so. Try to unbind it.
Alright, Colored Khorne.
3's not going to do. And Teto Echo will do D3 mortal wounds. The Bloodthirster does 3. Takes him down to 3. Blot Toad moves D6 inches, 5 inches. And moving towards the Flesh Hounds, but not getting close up to mark them. I think, in the movement phase, I have to go into the portal and risk some stuff here. 6 chances to die here on a 1. Crocscore gets removed from the game. Hey, they're all good. No rerolls used. and popping out in the rear. Stegadon is going, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna kill your guys. Let's go for it. He's gonna go to here. Troglodon to there. I think the Ripperdactyls are gonna stay back here and be like a reserve force. We're kind of discussing this right now off camera. I don't know what to do with them, but that's doing enough of the psychological work for me.
That tells me the death of me.
Giant bow is gonna fire at the Bloodthirster there. Hitting on 4s. I'm gonna use one of my rerolls, and I can't reroll it again. Down to 4 rerolls.
You didn't have to use any.
And these are wounding on 3s. I'm gonna reuse another reroll. Taking me down to 3 rerolls left. These are rending, so 5-up saves. They both go through. These are each D3 wounds for a total of 4 wounds, and finishes them off. Then the javelins into the flesh hounds, hitting on 5s and wounding on 4s for 2 saves on the flesh hounds. 5-up save. Taking 2 wounds and 1 flesh hound dies. One in the front. Troglodon's gonna spit at the flesh hounds for 2 shots, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 5-up save. And it's 4 wounds, 2 wounds apiece. Croxigors are going to charge now in the charge phase. Looking for a 3. 5 will do. I'm going to send in the Stegadon. Let's see what he can do. 10's going to make it in. Then I'm going to send in the Troglodon because you know what? Why not? Oh, 10's going to make it in. I can't risk not fighting over here first. So we're going to pile into the closest model and make sure everybody can swing. So these Moonhammers attack a little bit differently. They have 1 attack for every model in reach. So this guy gets 4 attacks, and this one gets, looks like just 3. Oh, over here, 4 attacks. Now the only difference the Moonhammer has over the regular hammers, it has a rend. So I'm gonna roll all these attacks simultaneously. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s.
Wait, you can like kill what's in reach, right?
No, all of them. So it's 12 damage. And 12 wounds, 2 damage apiece. That's 24 wounds on a 20 wound unit. Completely destroying the Reavers. Flesh Hounds are going to pile an attack now. We have 3 attacking the Troglodon, 1 attacking the Stegadon, and 1 that can attack either or. So 3 on the Stegadon, 2 on the Troglodon. On the Stegadon, hitting on 3s. Wounding him on 4s. 2 saves of 4 up. I'm going to reuse 2 of my rerolls and reroll those. Taking 1 wound. It's down to 9. I'm down to 1 reroll. And the other flesh out attacking the Troglodon, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Save of 4 up on the Troglodon. Take small. I'm going to use my last reroll. Takes no wound. Now, there was 2 1s rolled over here for wounding from these flesh hounds. They're still stoked, so you get to reroll the wound. Not that it mattered. And that is a very devastating turn 2 for the Lizardmen. We're going on to turn 3. And see who's going first. 6. 4. I'll take first turn. I didn't even attack back. Oops. So my Stegadon, he has 3 attacks with his horns. Hitting on 3s. They all hit. They're wounding on 3s. They all wound. Rend is -3, so no damage, or no save, and they're all 2 wounds apiece, so 3 dead flesh hounds. And 3d6 crushing stomp attacks now. These are hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. Hey, just 1. 5-up save. No, take another wound. Leaving 1.5 flesh hounds for my Troglodon to take care of. He has 6 attacks with his venomous bite. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. Hey, just 1. 5-up save. Cocked eye. And that'll be 2 wounds, leaving you on 1 wound on 1 flesh hound. With the forelimbs, he has 2 attacks hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s. And it'll be no rend, so 5-up save. He does 2 wounds and finishes them off. Alright, so that'll take us over to turn 3. You know what? Let's just re-roll to see who's going first, because I had to go back and do some stuff. So who's actually going first turn 3? There you go, you can go first. I don't think it's going to matter. Hero phase, Bloodsecrator is dropping the banner and making a portal, and the Stoker is going to stoke the... Oh, I got it, Spawn. Spawn are going to move 2d6 inches. They get to move 1 inch because they're going to be within 3 of my guy. They're stopping right there. And going on to the charge phase. They're in. Combat now, each one of these models gets 2d6 attacks. So let's go start from here and work our way around. So the pink guy gets 9. Next pinky type guy gets 7. The first green one.
Oops.
It's, oh, we're over here. You get 10. These are way too many attacks, dude. And the last guy gets 6. Spawn have 36 attacks right now, hitting on 4s.
A lot of 1s and 2s.
Not a whole lot of hits. Wounding on 4s. On those 1s because they're stoked. For 1 more wound. With a 4-up save on the Trog. Oh! Oh!
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Second roll of you. 8 wounds.
How many does he have to... Wow.
And he's down to 4. And Chris just walked in the room with something. Can I show that, Chris?
No.
Okay, I can't show it to you guys. But you'll see it soon. So I'm sitting there spinning this dice, trying to find the 4. Like a champ. I've been very distracted today. He's down to 4 wounds. Thank you kindly. At this point, Phil is going to call the game. Good game. Just poorly rolled, sir. Poorly rolled. That's it. Looks like infantry doesn't seem to work very well in Age of Sigmar, but monsters sure do. And monsters type infantry. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We're in the vault right now and play another game. If you're already a vault member, you can click the links below and get yourself a 7-day free trial. Watch us go at this again. We'll try some different lists. Thanks for watching, and happy wargaming.